The overall project is staying the same concept. We weren't able to do a partnership with this Wilbur Mansion. We had some contingencies that didn't come to. So over the last 7 or 8 months, we've been circling back with a different partner that is actually more of a food-oriented partner. So what we're going to do is we're going to downsize the scale of the hotel. We're going to end up doing 9 hotel rooms in the mansion itself, a first-floor restaurant, and then instead of a multi-story addition on the backside, we're going to do a single-story addition, which will have new modern kitchen and also some event space. So basically, we've gone from a hotel-centered hotel where it was primarily was rooms to more of a destination-driven culinary type hotel, where you actually are there for not just this experience of South Bethlehem, but also the food experience that can happen in a small setting. So if you go to the back of the handout we just gave you, it basically literally breaks down the numbers of how we're scaling this thing differently. We're going from originally 33 rooms down to 9. We've scaled back the event space from approximately 200 to closer to 120. The restaurant, we're going to actually beat up just slightly. We're going from about 80 to about 100. And these are all approximate ranges because you have to actually do physical layouts. But these are the goals we're shooting for as far as the parking requirements and dimensional requirements. We're making sure we can comply with them. The actual site is going to change, not significantly from a building standpoint. The footprint's going to be exactly the same, except it's going to be a 1-story. But what we've been able to do is we've been able to redesign the parking lot in this concept. So we've actually been able to increase almost 10 spots over where we were with the old concept. So we've actually come slightly more into compliance with current zoning. We've received all of our variances to do the last project, and this part of the project at this point is actually one that fits even better into the zoning existing area. Is there any questions for the project?
Mark, or let turn over to anybody else on the board first. Mark, or
what is your anticipated timing on starting this project?
So we have the hurdle of the decision today, and then we have the state confirmation on the transfer of the Criz. There's going to be a couple of things going on before that actual transfer, which is finalizing of designs, and then actually awarding bids. But at this point right now, the city has reviewed a lot of our plans. There's a little bit of changes because of the additional parking we've added, and the scaling down of the building. Our NPDES permit has been fully redesigned, and the scope of the 65 parking is now fully designed and approved for the county. So the big hurdles as far as permitting goes are already over. So now it's a matter of just getting all of the approvals in place from the state so that we can finalize all the financing for the project. In a beautiful world, I'd love to say that we're breaking ground sometime in the spring.
From the start of when you break ground, how long do you anticipate the project will take?
The biggest hurdle is the building. So it's not a typical ground up where you're dealing with beautiful raw ground. Okay, we've got to tear down the temple. We have to establish what's going on with the basement. We have the Wilbur Mansion, which we've done a lot of exploratory time. We've done almost all of the exterior, but the interior, there's a lot of hurdles. When you get into any kind of renovations, it can stretch out. We're shooting for a maximum of 12-month build time frame.
What's the difference in the total value of the project now versus when you came to us?
So the construction costs are coming down a little bit because we're not doing the 3-story.
Right.
But some of the fixture costs and some of the kitchen fit-up is going to be significantly higher. We anticipate about a $1.5 to $2 million difference in overall cost of the project, but we're anticipating also a significant economic benefit from the project because when you get into a lot of rooms, there's not a lot of labor involved in rooms except for primarily cleaning. When you get into a restaurant-oriented business, you actually increase the labor requirements. So our overall economic impact should be slightly better than what we were having before, even though we have less rooms.
So your construction costs will be lower, but your overall employment numbers and that general impact will be higher.
Yes.
Based on that, is what you're saying.
And, you know, when I say the overall is going to be lower, Sadly, what we've seen over the last 3 to 4 years is some serious escalation in construction costs.
Yeah.
We're going off right now, we have contingencies to cover the financing for the entire project, even if we're off by, somewhere in the 15 to 20%. Because I realize when you get into stuff like site work, we've seen a serious escalation in even just 2 years.
And that's an uncomplicated site to begin with, not just with
It's
the existing
extremely
property,
complicated site
water
because-
runoff and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
it's a 4.5 acre site that at this point is fully designed, which is inclusive of the apartment building on the back side, but all of the water from the top side goes right down into the corner where the mansion is. Literally, everything has to be accounted for. So we have actually 3 underground basins right now, and there's just, I'm not a big fan of moving dirt, but in reality, we're gonna move almost every square foot of the entire site.
Okay.
To make sure we handle the water.
And you said you had your MPDES permit?
Fully approved.
Okay.
Yep.
Will the restaurant have a liquor license?
Yes, we're actually going out right now to get an R license.
Any other questions?
Can you say who you're partnering with on the restaurant?
At this time, no.
Although there's probably only a few local, nationally recognized
There's
restaurant
actually
owners.
quite a number of nationally recognized. Lehigh Valley is really getting to be a pretty prominent scene nowadays. It's pretty impressive.
Any, before, should we do one motion to extend and approve? And I should ask, is the year sufficient in your mind?
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a year from now is a good, we gave you a year, that would be enough completion time?
Well,
I mean, not completion time, I mean start
Yes.
time, enough time for you to get started.
So
and
that
then
would
it's a
be May
2-year
of
completion.
2021 would be
Yeah.
start.
Yeah.
And we're really hoping that sometime in the middle of this year, we're going.
Okay.
So I anticipate actually starting probably even 8 to 9 months before that.
Okay. Do you think we should get, do you want to put an update in there for 6 months, or are we comfortable with the year?